Hi everyone, my name is Jamel Bostic, and today I'm going to explain how to draw themes, illustrations, and graffiti. But before I start, a little bit of a background story. When I first started doing this, I was in high school and I was a sophomore. And the class that I started to do this in was geology. At the end of geology class, my teacher, Miss Rogers, would kind of give us some time at the end of class to kind of do whatever, have a little bit of free time. So how I would spend my time was I would go to the whiteboard and I would just doodle and I'll draw all kinds of things. And what I started drawing was I drew the word geology. And from that, I thought to myself, wow, this is kind of boring. And at the time, I really liked graffiti, and I still am into graffiti now. And so I had a really great idea to draw pictures and objects around the word pertaining and defining the word itself. And so the idea that I had was, why don't I just draw a volcano? Why don't I just draw some kind of thing to pertain to actually define and describe the word? So I drew a volcano. I drew a volcano spewing lava out. I drew a hurricane. I drew a tsunami. I drew an earthquake. I drew all sorts of natural disasters that are happening all around this word, and it popped out and it actually made it look like it was actually happening. And so it really popped out to people, and it stayed up there on that whiteboard. My teacher kept it up there. She really thought it was cool. And so it really defined what the word was. And so to start off, first step, what you need is a marker, pen, either way. I prefer a marker actually. And what you need is a notebook. And so how you're going to do this is you can come up with any word you want to, any word you feel like doing. I'm going to show you an example. This is an example that I had. It's the word peaceful. I thought one day, it kind of something that kind of stuck to me. I thought the word peaceful. And when I think of peaceful, I think of snoozing, kind of taking a nap and everything. Just really calm, being in a very peaceful environment. And so I drew the word peaceful. That's just an example of what I've drawn so far. I can show you another example actually. And let me just find it here. Sometimes I couldn't describe certain things, so I would just draw words. I would draw all sorts of things. And this is my example of what work is. Nothing but piles of paper, essays being thrown into the trash because they're not good, that you think. And just a big mess. Just a really big mess. And so those are just a few examples that I have. I do have more actually, but I am going to explain a few more. So now, continuing on to step 2. What you're going to do is, now that you have your word, what you're going to do is you're going to think of the font, how I'm going to draw it, what proportion size am I going to draw this word. And so keep that in mind, because it's very important, because when you're kind of done, sometimes it looks really uneven sometimes, and it can just really look unproportional at times. But who cares? It's art. No one's judging you. It doesn't matter. So, but just kind of keep it in the center of the page. Just keep it in the center, so it looks kind of neat in proportion. So, with step 2, just have fun. That's all I can say with it, is just have fun. Now, on to part 3. Now, part 3, you're going to decorate. You're going to draw those objects. You're going to draw those objects around the word. So I'm going to give an example. I'm going to draw the word fall. And I know this is, you guys can't really see me draw this, but I'm just going to show everyone how easy this really is. And it's not really that hard at all. It's something that's just very simple, and it's just really fun. It's very fun to draw, and it's just very fun. But if you're going to draw these kind of words, make it so that it's very simple and easy for you to draw. That's why I prefer markers. so that you can draw it. And so now it's not really that great, but here's my word fall. I started off drawing this, and so now that I have my word from step 2, I thought of the word fall. Okay, now step 2 pertaining to, well, proportion size. It's in the right spot. It's it's proportional. Now going to step 3. Now I'm going to draw my objects. I'm going to draw what this word means. And so now I'm going to draw now my leaves falling off of a tree. And so now it doesn't have to be detailed, it doesn't have to be great, it doesn't have to be amazing, it doesn't have to be anything like that. It's just a picture, and it can be as simple as possible. But that's what makes it really cool, is how simple it is. And when you look at it, it's wow. You really don't have to put much effort into it. You just draw. You just draw whatever is on your mind and what you think would possibly would go with it. And so now I'm kind of finishing up here with my picture here. And here are my leaves that I kind of have drawn. And now I can elaborate more with it, or I can do so much more to it if I want to. You can color it. You can do all sorts of things. This is just an idea that I came up with. And honestly, it's actually the basis of graffiti. It's really just a simple factor that people come up with when they're doing graffiti. They start off with an idea. They can start off with a word, and they draw all these objects or abstract concepts around this word to actually come with this great and awesome piece of art. Well, this concludes my video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.